Hi, and welcome to Wine and Spirits with Stephanie. Today, I have an exciting guest, and I know you guys will have a lot of questions, but we're sitting at Church Street Wine Shop in downtown Huntsville with Carlos Cisnero.
Correct.
Sommelier or Som. And so thank you so much for being with us today.
Yeah, thank you for having me. Thank you.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
so exciting. Well, tell us a little bit about yourself. You're like a local-ish, right?
Ish,
so from
yeah.
Birmingham.
Correct. Yeah.
And what's your background in?
So I've worked in restaurants for the past 30 plus years, and then I do some traveling for wine and stuff, and I've made a career out of it. It's been a lot of fun.
So we know you love Italian wine.
Yeah.
But I have a couple of questions that I think people would be really interested in. One is, what is your favorite wine under $50?
Usually, to me, that's kind of the sweet spot. I mean, from my experience, what I've seen, wines from South America, primarily Chile and Argentina, and especially Australian wines, they tend to have a much more comfortable price point. You're getting this opulence from the weather, that influences the wines and the grapes, and you just get this nice richness that people really like.
What is the question you get asked the most as a sommelier?
Oh, hands down, how difficult the exam was, or how I got here, how did we study? How long did we study? Did we go to school for this? And the answers are normally what people don't think. There really isn't a school for this, and it's there's a lot of traveling involved. There's a lot of online studying. There's mentorship, which is basically our best way to try to pass the exam. And it is a difficult exam. You've got to blind taste 2 whites and 2 reds, and you have to talk about the vintage of the wine, the region, the country, and the grape that's in this glass. But what we're really trying to do is describe the wine. So, and that's the blind tasting portion of it. Then we have the theory exam, where a lot of people think it's limited to wine when it really isn't. With sommeliers, we have to know Scotch, we have to know sake, bottled waters. If you can drink it, we have to know it.
Do you decide on what you're going to eat and then find wine to go with it, or do you see a wine you love and then find food to go with that?
So, rule of thumb, the way that we're taught is the most important thing to pair is the wine with the person. So a lot of people think that it's, you have to pair the right wine with the right dish, when really we're trying to pair the right wine with the right person. So if somebody tells me, I don't drink Chardonnay, right, but I'm having fish, and I go, oh, well, the wrong answer is, you haven't found the right Chardonnay, ma'am.
I would agree with that.
Yeah, it's rude for one, and you're trying to push a product on somebody that they've already told you, we're ruling that out. I don't want to drink that. There's the big misconceptions on you're not supposed to drink red wine with fish or chicken, which is completely incorrect. And what I'm personally, if I'm having dinner and I sit down, I'm gonna pick the wine, and then I choose the dish around the wine, because this is what I'm in the mood for. But then sometimes it's the opposite. Sometimes I'm like, ooh, I came here specifically to eat this dish. So now I have to figure out what wine I'm gonna have with it. But really, it's what I'm in the mood for.
So instead of me doing a wine tip today, do you have any wine tips?
Yes, actually. So as a sommelier, working the floor in restaurants, there's always this anxiety whenever we go to open up a bottle of wine tableside for the guests. And we tend to do the proper presentation, but the presentation's there for a reason. It's not just, for, a show, but typically the server or manager, sommelier will come by and they'll present the bottle of wine to you. They'll confirm everything on the bottle. It's not rude to reach out and to touch the bottle of wine to make sure that they stored it at the right temperature. Typically,
really?
Yeah, and what I do, when I go to restaurants and they present the bottle, I'll just kind of give it like a quick, if I feel it's too warm, I'll ask them to bring out an ice bucket just to kind of chill it down for about 10 or 15 minutes.
Yeah.
So they'll go open up the wine and they pull the cork, and the cork goes right in front of you. But the cork is there for your inspection. So you look at the cork, and you want to make sure that it was stored correctly. A lot of people think that it's the smell. There's no need to smell the cork. What you're going to do is you want to squeeze the top of the cork right here where it's purple, or if it's a white wine, it's white. You want to see if there's any kind of moisture coming out of that cork. And what you're doing is to make sure that the wine was stored correctly on its side. When the wine comes in contact with the cork, it causes the cork to expand. and that keeps any kind of microscopic pieces or parts of air getting into the bottle, which can cause the wine to oxidize and can spoil it. So if wines are stored upright for a long period of time, these corks, they can contract and air can get into the wine and spoil it. So what we're looking for is to make sure that it's stored correctly. So you give it a little bit of a pinch. If you see some moisture on the top, then that means it has been. Then we're ready to drink some wine.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's it.
Thank you so much. I appreciate
welcome.
that. Was a huge tip. Even I get into this like, all right, it smells good, and so there you go. So
Yeah.
you really want to touch the cork. Thanks so much for that. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Cheers.
Cheers. Yes.
Cheers.